Kia ora e hoa, haere mai, come and join me. Have you ever heard of a Gubyllub before? What about a Bullybug? I found a really cool book all about bullying and how you can go from being a bully to being somebody kind. This is called The Gubyllub, and it's written and illustrated by Lisa Hamilton-Gibbs. This is a Bullybug, and this is a Gubyllub. Are you nice and comfy? Ready for a story? Well, let's begin. One sunny day at school in spring, a girl named Rose swung on a swing. She had a twinkle in her eye. She watched as Billy sauntered by. Here's Rose on the swing. Rose saw that look. She knew it well. That bully look. Yes, she could tell. Then Billy marched right up to Ed. "You're such a little nerd," he said. Then with a smirk he said to Rose, "Do gnomes like you have stubby toes?" But Billy was about to find that it was better to be kind. She may have been a smaller size, but there was wisdom in those eyes. With tenderness, Rose turned and said, "I see those bully bugs have spread." "A bully bug?" Billy asked aloud. There now had gathered quite a crowd. Rose then said, with a knowing smile, "I had the bug for quite a while. When I was teased for being small, I didn't like it, not at all. I think the bug crept up one day. I felt so sad it came to stay. My parents got a nasty fright when in the space of just one night I turned into a little brat. My kindness vanished with my cat." Uh-oh. "And when I spoke, my words were cruel. Like nits, they spread throughout the school. The ghastly bugs then gathered speed, just like a nasty noxious weed. But in the end, it had to stop. My teacher was about to pop. 'Go home,' he said, 'until you find a recipe for being kind.'" That night I went online to see if I could find a cure for me. And that was when I met my match, this bullybug that you could catch. "Such hairy, scary legs," I cried. It looked just like I felt inside. So next I typed in, "What to do when bullybugs take over you?" Now can you picture in a jar the world's worst bullybug by far? If I could set this critter free, I'd heal the hurt inside of me. It said the trip would take a while, and I was told to pack a smile. A magic word would set me free. Gubyllub, like lock and key. A map, a boat, a smile, a net, a magic word, and I was set. I also took my recipe for being kind along with me. Here's the map. Head out to the rock that looks like a sail. If you listen quite hard, you might hear the bug wail. When you get to the spot, throw the net to the right and make sure you are careful as bully bugs bite. And here's the recipe for being kind. I travelled for a night and day and bobbed amongst the ocean spray. When finally the mist had cleared, a rock just like a sail appeared. My trusty net scooped up the jar, and then I hollered, "There you are!" That bug with venom in its eyes then looked at me with great surprise. Can you see the bullybug? It does look surprised, doesn't it? Ah! So next I focused on my frown, and ping, I turned it upside down. And when I smiled, what happened next? The little bug just looked perplexed. I now could see that being kind was really changing this bug's mind. So then I said, "What gorgeous eyes! They really match those hairy thighs." Its little smile spread far and wide, and then its chest puffed up with pride. The bug then shrank and turned bright red, and that was when I turned and said, "Gubyllub." Then the jar began to jiggle, and the bug began to wiggle. It disappeared without a trace. A Gubyllub was in its place. That sweet wee bug announced with glee, "Spell my name backwards, then you'll see. It's like a coin has different sides. When one is out, the other hides." From Bullybug to Gubyllub. Gubyllubs have much more fun. They dodge the clouds and chase the sun. Why don't you choose to be like me and leave those bullybugs at sea? And just like that, I made a choice to give the Gubyllubs a voice. That trip back home I felt so light. My dinghy flew just like a kite. When Rose's tale came to an end, she went and stood beside her friend. She smiled at Ed, and with a wink, she said, "Those bullybugs do stink." Like nits, her story spread through school, and all the kids thought Rose was cool. And Billy? Well, I think you'll find he's on his way to being kind. The school was calm that day in spring. A girl named Rose swung on a swing, and with a twinkle in its eye, a little Gubyllub flew by. The end. That's the end of the story. In the back of the book, there's a letter from the author about why she wrote the book and how she wrote the book, and what she would love the book to do for you. Did you notice in the story that there were little extra bits? I read about the map, and there was the recipe for being kind. But there's bits that I didn't read. They're for you to find when you find a copy of the book. There's the rules about Gubyllubs. And have a look at the pictures. Lisa wrote and illustrated the book. She drew some of the pictures, but can you see what else she's done? She's used photographs of clothing and of pictures drawn by kids. How cool is that? Well, if you want to find out more about this book, you can go to gubyllub.com and you can find out more about the book and about the things that they have on the website. Gubbybiotics, daily quotes to keep the bullybug away, kindness cards, bullybugs in the jar, and lots of ideas for us if we're bullied, or maybe we're showing some bullying behaviour. We can make a change. And we can come back and have another story, can't we? You want to do that? Oh, I love it when you come to visit. Ka kite, my friend. Come and join me soon.